users to focus on their SDLC work and strategic initiatives instead of having to operate their DevSecOps platform. Now, before I hand it over to Joe, of course, a quick reminder of a forward-looking statement disclosure. On this video, you're going to see us discuss our roadmap. This includes upcoming features and functionality. It is important to note that information is provided for informational purposes only. Please do not rely on it for planning or purchasing decisions. We do plan very ambitiously here at GitLab, and all the details on this stream are subject to change. Timing of product features and functionality remains at the sole discretion of GitLab. All right, with that out of the way, let me pass it over to Joe to kick us off.
Thank you, Steve. Let me share my screen here. Can you all see that? Awesome. Got a lot of updates coming in on the security front. Let's get started with the vulnerability reports. A lot of enhancements coming in here, particularly around filtering capabilities. We're looking at improving a lot of the filtering options, including identifiers, EPSS, CVSS, and KEV, and along with adding in static reachability filtering capabilities into these reports. In addition to that, support is being able to add in manually overriding vulnerability severities detected by GitLab scanners, so organizations can customize their risks to their needs. This is really going to help out security teams in their day-to-day when it comes to identifying and prioritizing vulnerabilities for their engineers. Then next up, security policies. This is a really easy way to enforce checks across multiple groups and projects, and this next improvement is going to add in scheduled enforcement pipelines into custom CI/CD. And next up, we're going into our application security domain with the secrets detection scanner as our first one. We're adding validity checks into our secrets detection. This will really help out security teams filter out secrets that are still active. And then our first focus will be GitLab issued secrets as the first iteration here. And then next up, we're looking at improvements to our SBOM scanning by marking vulnerabilities as no longer detected when running CVS or SBOM changes. In addition, if you're developing those iOS apps and building the Swift dependencies, we're going to incorporate Swift license scanning into that as additional support. And then lastly, if you're not familiar with advanced SaaS, this is our ability to provide cross-file, cross-function scanning to really improve the quality of the results, and we're looking to expand PHP support here. Now, on the software supply chain security front, there's a ton of improvements coming in, particularly around compliance frameworks MVC. This will allow compliance managers the ability to create and define custom compliance frameworks in GitLab. And then lastly, we've heard from you about making pipeline permissions more controllable and flexible. We're targeting experimental release for granular permissions for job tokens to reduce the access and improve the security of your CI/CD workflows. Now, over to you, Dylan.
Awesome. Yeah, thanks, Joe. I will talk about our improvements here for the platform team. So this is our improvements for the platform team here. Wrong screen, 1 second. Two different tabs open. Okay, here we go. Same screen, but I got all the other tabs pre-opened here. So I think the story here for the platform team on one side is data and our ability to ensure that that data stays in the format that our users want. So two big pieces here related to org mover. One is scoping our checksumming for org. So the problem here kind of speaks for itself. GitLab.com has massive tables. And when you add on the layer of ensuring that that data arrives uncorrupted with the added element of the scale that GitLab.com runs at, it could be a problem. And so we want to ensure that we set ourselves up for success here. And investigate how this checksuming can be performed on .com for different organizations. So the scoping work is going to be performed in 17.9. And like I said, will pay us dividends down the road when we do this correctly the first time. Moving on to the next one here that I want to bring up is also, again, related to data and org mover. So implementing Postgres copy. So once org mover is out the door, we want to ensure that replicating objects and repository data for organizations from the cells to the secondary cell can be copied to the secondary cell correctly. And so the approach here is still being identified, but because this is such a long tail, setting ourselves up again for success here will pay us dividends down the road. So the next piece here that I want to bring up is the Giddily team working towards cloud native architectures and being able to deploy Giddily in Kubernetes. We want to offer cloud native architecture. It's not only a benefit for users who have asked for this, but also our own use cases. So dedicated in .com in our cells. So right now, Giddily runs much better on a virtual machine. And we do not actually support it in production running in Kubernetes. Again, customers have asked for this, having fully cloud native architectures, and Giddily is one of the biggest pieces there to make this work enabled. So really excited about this. One thing I did want to call out is that we just got an upstream PR merge for a significant problem in C groups. And this is a huge accomplishment to the GitLab team. And we're really excited about this and unlocking the next steps. Moving into all of our use case adoption pieces here. So this was also brought up last time, is improving our observability for geo. So same story here is that we want to improve our ability for people to manage what their geo instance looks like and see the health of it and other interesting metrics. And so we're going to continue making progress here, same as it was brought up in 17.8. And finally, here to round things out, also another thing that we're bringing up from last time that we'll continue making progress on is our ability to create backups and have the GCP backup and restore process a little more fluid. So I'll just read it right here. This will make it easier to add new Google libraries necessary for GCP backups. This allows us to move faster towards the MVC without being held back from legacy code that's coupled with the Rails code base. So if you want to follow along here with this work, this is the problem statement and the proposal. So happy to include that for whoever wants to take a look. And finally, we're going to keep progressing cells and organizations as we keep moving along here. So thank you so much. I believe I'm passing it off to Matthew.
Fantastic. Thank you, Dylan. Let me share my screen real quick here. All right. Can everyone see that? I think so. So thank you. My name is Matthew. I'm a product manager in Plan Stage, and today I'm excited to cover release kickoff items for dev section. And two themes that we're focusing around are enable AI ML efficiencies across DevSecOps and differentiate on DevSecOps platform. Of course, as Steve noted, this isn't everything we're focusing on, but some of the items we plan to release in 17.9. Looking first around the theme of enable AI ML efficiencies across DevSecOps, we have this item, which is include AI impact analytics panels in the built-in visualization list. This is being worked on by Optimize Group, and currently GitLab analytics are spread across multiple pages. And so this is another step toward consolidating all these dashboards into a central UI framework. This will enable users to customize their dashboards to focus on the most relevant information aligned with their goals. And this is part of a broader epic from Livestream dashboards related to visual editing. The next item, which ties to this enable AI ML efficiencies across DevSecOps, is improved code completion latency, which is being worked on by the code creation group. We've come to understand that a fast code completion experience, which can keep up with our users as they type, is a table stakes expectation from our customers. And this work really focuses around that. The additional benefit is that we can use more of that latency budget to find and use relevant context from the code base to improve the quality of code suggestions. We're currently in progress with the rollout of a new code completion model, which has already provided about 25% faster latency. So really excited about that item. Now, looking at items related to the theme of differentiate on DevSecOps platform, we have two things. The first is GitLab Query Language Views Beta. GitLab Query Language is a query language Group Knowledge is developing for GitLab, and most specifically, Group Knowledge is working on Views, which is powered by GLQL, which will allow for filtering and embedding content in commonly used places in the product like MRs, issues, and wiki pages. We've invested in this area as we've recognized our customers have challenges surfacing progress reports for their work. And this capability will allow users to surface the information they find valuable more efficiently and in the locations they prefer. Lastly, an item relating to differentiating on DevSecOps platform is issues as work items. Some of the improvements we plan to release are an issue detail view being rendered using the work items UI, which represents a sizable usability improvement over the legacy issue view, and also includes end-to-end support for real-time updates of all issue metadata. And additionally, when clicking on issues from boards, the issue list, linked items, or child items, the issue will be rendered in a contextual view instead of initiating a full page reload of the detail view. I'm really excited about this contribution from Gabe Weaver's team and looking forward to customers using these improvements. That's all for dev section for now, and I will pass it over to Roger to cover data science section.
Hello, everybody. So my name is Roger, and I'm presenting on behalf of the data science section. So at GitLab, the data science section encompasses both our investments in the AI-powered stage and our MLOps. And in the AI-powered stage, we're focusing mostly on GitLab Duo's AI capabilities and enabling them as a platform. And in MLOps space, we're focusing on enabling our customers to build for their own AI needs. From an MLOps perspective, we're making enhancements to our model registry. This will support our upcoming proof of concept for model deployments. And our general vision here is to simplify the complex, time-consuming DevOps work from data scientists and ML engineers. The way you deploy models is something that we think we can make faster and easier, enable you to focusing more time on the actual data science work that fits with the domain expertise of these hyper-specialized individuals. As we look forward to the next few months, we're building towards two major highlights. First is our private beta for Duo Workflow. Duo Workflow is our agentic solution. At GitLab, we believe that agents, particularly in the AI space, have a lot of opportunity. And one of our initial use cases here is to help junior developers quickly identify where they need to make changes in the code base to implement a simple feature or a small bug fix. The second major highlight I wanted to share with you all is to release Duo to general availability for all self-hosted customers. Now, previously, self-managed customers could use Duo via a cloud-connected solution. Our custom models team has been working with numerous design partners to develop a solution for self-managed customers with on-premise and private cloud environments. Previously, this was a very challenging space, and we're excited to bring this to market. For this release, we're focusing on enabling use cases specifically related to chat and code suggestions, because we know those are two areas that folks are super interested in. And lastly, with our other teams here, we're investing in the general theme of stability, robustness, and reliability by improving areas such as observability, cleaning up our system interfaces, and consolidating tooling on our capabilities around tokens and permissions. Global search is extracting some of our ability to access vector data stores to enable more context-related search cases. Duo Chat is working through multi-threaded conversations and improving stability. Cloud Connector is helping platformize elements of our AI development related to tokens and permissions. So our general theme here is that collaboration is a major GitLab value, and we believe these things will make it easier for our team members to contribute to GitLab Duo. And with that, I'm going to pass it off to Jackie. Thank you.
Thanks, Roger. I'm really excited for all the things you're coming out with. That sounds like a really great improvement for everyone that's using GitLab with agents. So I'll get my screen shared and we can dive on into all of the CI/CD sections work. So first off, my name is Jackie Porter, Director of Product over CI, and I'm talking about the work coming out of our CI/CD sections, which supports all of the developer and platform engineers' workflows inside of GitLab after code is submitted to a repository. The three stages that we'll be reviewing here are verify, package, and deploy, and they are focused on some really great work out of the 17.9 release. Many of the teams are focused on making our product better related to security, availability, and reliability, but we're also doing some really interesting feature enhancements. First up, our pipeline execution group is going to be working on improving that UX for users that are leveraging security scans within their whole CI context. And this is building on the design and validation work to deliver improved experiences like accessing security scans from the job page or easily identifying SAST and DAST reports on that job log view. And this is going to be a really great loop for people to incorporate security findings as a part of their CI workflow. Next, our deploy team is reducing the barrier to entry for customers using Flux by automating signing and building capabilities for Flux OCI images with a new component in our CI/CD catalog. This will just enable our customers to pick up Flux workflows easier using a pre-baked component. Next, we have teams working on the entire DevSecOps platform functionality. Specifically, our deploy team is going to be responding to user feedback on our environment views by redesigning the environment list collapsible element. So instead of seeing this view, which we have today, you will now be able to see all of the relevant deployment details from the environments page. Personally, I'm really excited about this. I love our release functionality, and anything we can do to make that richer and better for customers is really exciting. Lastly, our package team is going to be continuing to harden the security aspects of our packaging offering. And in this, they're extending the protected container tags to then allowing them to limit on push for a new container tag. This release is really expanding, again, that security posture to make them more secure and compliant. This is not a comprehensive list of everything that we're working on in the CI/CD section, so please take a moment to review our direction pages, kickoff videos, if you're interested in learning more. This wraps it up for the kickoff. I'll pass it back to Steve.
Thank you, Jackie, and all our presenters, of course. No shortage of exciting new features and updates to look forward to. I know for me, reading through all the planned updates, a few in particular that jumped out. Hopefully I can plus one a lot of what you heard, right? In security, the enhanced reporting with the new filtering support, I think is fantastic. Obviously, having control to override vuln severity is detected by our scanners as well will surely help organizations kind of dial that in. Adding the validity checks and secret detection, of course, and really all the continued progress on the compliance frameworks MVC, I think sounds great. Hearing from Dylan on the platform side, I can't wait to see progress on the cloud native K8s deployments for Gitly and cells and dedicated. Being able to contribute upstream to Git is always great, and especially where we can do things like help speed up reads by 25%. That's awesome, provide a better user experience. Of course, all observability and data movement improvements in the geo land definitely help us continue to scale and support our customers. And some of the to-do updates I saw around things like including snoozing, progress on the new filter UX, and homepage redesign, I thought were exciting. Of course, Matthew talked about a lot of things that got me excited. The Duo code completion latency is one we've been spending a lot of time on improving. Great to see early results there. The AI impact analytics panels, both the availability of that, but also how that contributes to our built-in sort of consolidation of dashboarding and visualization capabilities is great to see. Of course, I have a soft spot for the new sort of embeddable views powered by GLQL. I think this is definitely going to accelerate teams' ability to efficiently just visualize and surface progress reports in a way that's push button easy. And of course, who isn't stoked about issues fully transitioning to work items framework and all the benefits that provides. Thank you, Roger, jumping in on Taylor's behalf to cover data science. Continued progress on things like multi-threaded conversations and Duo chat is something I know I'm looking forward to. The future of Duo workflow is super exciting. So getting to a state where we're ready to have that host that closed beta and really get some early customers hands-on is going to be fantastic. I know there's lots of interest in self-hosted models, GA, and all the things we're doing around improving our model validation sets for all Duo features, fine-tuning code suggestions, that sort of thing. And even building upon the model registry GA release with some additional enhancements there, and the new upcoming POC for model deployments. And of course, Jackie, all the stuff you talked about, improvements to that pipeline user experience, help teams better leverage security scan artifacts and scan reports on the job logs page is great. The building signing, the Flux OCI images is nice to see. I definitely love that new environment views, the usability improvement there. And of course, some of the things highlighting around making package registries just more secure and compliant with those protected container tags. Again, this is only a tiny portion of everything we're working on, so please don't forget to visit the release kickoff page for the full rundown. As always, we do welcome comments on our issues, engagement with our teams. We strongly value that interaction from customers and folks across the GitLab community, so please don't hesitate to reach out. Thank you for watching 17.9 release kickoff.